1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three, four, five.
it feels like we live in an aquarium. I swear it feels like we swim in an aquarium. She looks like me. Think she looks like me. The sharks of the streets and the clowns of these towns, all these stripes on their coats, but with fins and not toes. What an alienation, what a fantastic creation. But something tells me I know that I have met you before. Sometimes it feels like she looks like me. Think 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 she looks like me. She looks like me.
of is the work we do in the community. We've raised over $4 million for a number of charities, most notably Muscular Dystrophy Queensland and the Surfers Paradise Surf Life Saving Club. These partnerships we hold very close to our hearts.
We are locals, we are the experts, and we're ready to serve you.
From our family to yours, we're here to make sure your real estate journey is an exceptional one. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very exciting day for so many. And whilst it's exciting to be bidding on a property, there are a number of conditions of sale by public auction for real estate property here in Queensland that must be clear prior to commencing. You may also find these on the back of your bidder registration card. However, the conditions are as follows. Any person intending to bid must register their interest before making a bid. And the bidder must clearly display the bidder number signed to them by the auctioneer, as bids will only be accepted from registered bidders. The highest approved bidder shall be the buyer, subject to the seller's approval and the reserve price of any. The auctioneer may at his discretion refuse to accept any bids from any person, and no bid, if accepted, may be retracted without the consent of the auctioneer. No bidder shall advance a less sum or percentage at any bidding than the auctioneer is willing to accept. A bid shall be deemed to be accepted unless the auctioneer forthwith, after it has been made, declares his non-acceptance or dissent. If any dispute or difference shall arise to the highest bidder, the auctioneer may reopen the bidding and resubmit the property, commencing with the highest amount previously bid for the same, or he may decide on the highest bidder in such other manner as he in his absolute discretion shall deem fit, and his decision shall be final. Immediately upon the fall of the hammer, the bidder of the highest bid accepted shall sign these conditions of sale and purchase and forthwith pay the deposit required, and shall thereupon be deemed to be the buyer. Otherwise, the property may be resubmitted at his or her risk and expense, or submitted afresh to public auction as if the property had never before been submitted. The right to bid on behalf of the seller is expressly reserved, and the seller and the buyer agree to do all necessary acts and to sign all documents and papers for the purpose of transferring the property to the buyer. They also appoint the auctioneer as their agent and grant him irrevocable authority to sign all documents and papers necessary to form the agreement for sale and purchase of the property. A bidder shall be deemed to be acting on their own behalf unless, prior to bidding, he or she has given the auctioneer a copy of a written authority to bid for or on behalf of another person. The conditions then to apply are as contained in the Real Estate Institute's copyright form of contract and terms of contract for houses and land current edition, residential lots in the Community Title Scheme current edition, and or any other contract of sale that has been on display prior to auction. At auction, the finance clause does not apply, and the building and or pest inspection clause does not apply. If applicable, the registered bidder acknowledges that they have been given or have seen a copy of Form 36 Notice of No Pool Certificate at the same time of completing these conditions of sale form. All bidders at this auction, and more particularly the successful bidder, shall be deemed to be given and to have read and to acknowledge the disclosure statement under the Body Corporate and Community Management Act of 1997, which are next to the contract of sale by the virtue of the fact that they have been on display prior to this auction. The terms include a 10% deposit on the fall of the hammer and the balance in cash in 30 days, or any other such date or terms as specified by the auctioneer prior to the auction. Note, here in Queensland, in accordance with the terms of auction, no cooling off period will apply. The auctioneer may, at his or her discretion, during an in-room auction, elect to stop an auction and put on hold and continue with the order of sale. All auctions will be reopened to the public and either sold or passed in prior to the closing of today's auctions. We welcome you to today's auction. If you have any questions or any concerns, please make yourself known to one of our agents who'd be more than happy to assist you. Good luck and happy bidding. And I look forward now switching live through to the auction room. Well, good morning, folks. So one of our lighter auctions for quite some time, but very reflective of the market at the moment as we've been through our winter dip. But we do have more stock coming through as we move into September and so on. But today, with a lot of on-phone bidders as well, and only a short program, 6 properties. So look forward to running through that. Our first one today, of course, is in Burleigh, but there's a few things I need to just run with you, make sure everyone's clear in relation to the bidding today. First of all, requirement under Queensland legislation that anyone bidding here today must be a registered bidder. Must be able to see your card with your first bid so I know you are registered, and then you can keep bidding from there on. All of our parties who are bidding online have already been pre-recorded, so they meet with the legislation, and our representative in the room will be holding their bidder card for them as well. So please understand I can't take your bid unless you are registered. We also take it that anyone bidding here today is bidding on their own behalf. If that's not the case, then you should make it known to us right now. Now, we do have a number of people bidding on behalf of somebody else, which is fine. They've given us all their details and the authority to do so. But if you are and you haven't told us, please let us know at this point in time. Also, in the interest of clarity, I just ask for a good, clear verbal bid so I know exactly what you're trying to do. I'll call for the amounts I'm looking during the course of the bidding, and raised hand or a gesture similar to that is sufficient. But we're good to be all on the same page by preference. And as I just touched on, we have a lot of parties bidding by phone today. That's not unusual, particularly with our interstate parties, and welcome to all of those who are watching online. We do understand that you don't want to have to fly all the way up to the Gold Coast for 10 minutes for an auction. So we do see increasing numbers of people doing their bidding by telephone. So welcome to all of those online at the moment. Probably won't have so much of the problem today, but if we see there's any delays with any particular property and we're stalled a little bit and they've got it back and forth, and often does happen, somebody's just saying, well, I get a slightly longer settlement, I could bid now. If that happens, I'll put them on hold so we can move to the next auctions, and then we can come back and complete that as soon as that's done. Also, just hope everyone understands the auction process. We start with an opening bid and we go up, not down. And when we reach the reserve price, I'll let you know that we've done so. And from that point on, the highest bidder will be the successful purchaser. I'll call account 3 times, but once I've brought the hammer down on the third one, the property has been bought that party, and no further bids can be accepted from any other parties. Contracts have been available for some time. I want to make clear in relation to Form 2, which is a new requirement under Queensland legislation, that only came out on the 1st of August, and that is a form called Form 2, which is a seller's disclosure. Now, we've provided those to all the parties that have registered with us. I take it all of those in the room here have received a copy of Form 2, and on your bidder registration would have been to acknowledge that. It's just a standard form, but we want to, I'm making a statement now that if you're bidding, that means that you have actually received your Form 2. If you haven't, and you do want to have a look, if you can just see our ladies at front reception, they'll look after you from there. That's pretty much it for today. We do have Lauren Hall over here on my left-hand side, one of the she's actually won more awards as a broker than anyone I know. Ray White Loan Market does about 45% of all the lending in Australia, and Lauren has been the number 1 lender on so many occasions. So you've got a beautiful person who'll really look after you. So if you're getting finance, make sure you do a check-in with her before you buy anything. That's it. We're ready to go on with our first auction on the program today. We can run with the video, please.
Josh Cameron and Jackson Rameau from RWC Gold Coast are proud to present 5 at 25 Alex Fisher Drive, Burleigh Heads. This is a corner-positioned industrial unit in the near-new Ignite complex, offering 141 square metres of high-clearance warehouse and a modern mezzanine office. It features 2 kitchenettes, a bathroom with shower and solar power, combining functionality with style. Perfect for owner-occupiers or investors, it sits in one of Burleigh's most tightly held industrial pockets. The sellers are motivated to secure a sale. This property will be sold here today at auction.
There you have it. Now, the sellers have agreed to a 5% deposit and 45-day settlement, so that's available to all. And of course, this pocket here, a lot of people just don't understand how unique it is. We have a pocket of industrial to the south, which is Burleigh. Then we've got a little bit here in the central marketplaces. Then most of it is up at Ormeau and beyond. And so this pocket is just such a unique little section to have, and instead of having to drive all the way up to Ormeau for your business, you can have it right down here in this wonderful pocket to be in. It is vacant possession at the moment, so that gives the opportunity for owner-occupiers, and you're not stuck with a lease and you can't get into it. And as you can see, great condition right throughout. So, ladies and gentlemen, in your hands for lot 5 at 25 Alex Fisher Drive. Where do we start our bidding away today? 500, he did come first. You were the noisiest, he was the first. But 500,000 of bids away, 600 here. That's 600 the bids down here now at 600, and we'll go in 50s if you like from there. We're at 600 now. Looking for 650 on the next bid from there. We're at 700, he's not waiting all day. That's 700. That's 7 to the right we are. That's 700 the call's in now. Take 50s if you like from there. 725, back in the front row, we're 725. 725 to 50 is your next bid now. We'll get there eventually at 725. Bids down here in the front of the room at 725. We're looking for the 50 on the rise from there. Down there at the front, we're down to 725. I'm calling it in once. 750. To the right-hand side, we are now at 750. 50 here to the right at 750. On the right-hand side, we're at 750 now. Who wants to come with us from there, or are you going to say goodbye? At 750, we're bid once. That's 760, right? We're into the 10s, no less at this stage. We're at 760. We're down here in the front row. The underbidder now, it's down here in the front at 760. Once, at 760. We're twice. Third time now, at 760 to the right-hand side. No, we're down here at 760. Here in the centre, third and final time. Are we done? 775. And we're on the market playing for keeps now, folks. Someone's going to have this today at 775. Imagine you get yourself a beautiful industrial property in that terrific Burleigh area, which is going ahead in leaps and bounds, not only for this, but residentially and in a social sense. We're at 775. Once, bids down here, be clear, at 775 twice. Final time now. Think about it, folks, how often you get this opportunity. For the third and final time at 775. 780. 780. It's in for another 5 at 780. 780,000 at 780. We're once. 780 twice. Got to make a decision at 780. Final time, are we all done? All silent at 780. Sold your party there, 780,000. Congratulations, well done. As we move on to auction number 2, as we move to Arundel now, if we can run with the video, please.
On behalf of the vendor, RWC Gold Coast with agents Travis Brown and Brad Merker are pleased to present 176 and 178 Brisbane Road, Arundel. This prime development opportunity is situated on a substantial 1,062 square metres mixed-use fringe business site, ideally positioned directly opposite Harbour Town Shopping Centre, which draws approximately 2.75 million visitors per annum. Boasting direct exposure to Brisbane Road with a 35-metre frontage and a daily traffic count of circa 45,000 vehicles, this location offers unmatched visibility and accessibility. Development potential is extensive, with the site suitable for a variety of uses including showrooms. Brisbane Road is a major arterial corridor, providing seamless access to the M1 motorway and connects directly to Marine Parade and Frank Street, leading to the Broadwater and Parklands. Do not miss this exceptional opportunity.
There you have it, 1,062. You know, you see all over the Gold Coast now, these very busy roads, such as Brisbane Road, how the old residential are all getting knocked down, and you're either getting new residential, but predominantly we need so much more commercial, and see there's commercial. But imagine being opposite Harbour Town, one of the busiest areas in the entire Gold Coast. What a terrific location, and it does lend itself for it. Showrooms, medical offices and the likes. But 35-metre frontage, so nice big wide frontage to the street. But what's it worth to have that passing traffic? You don't have to explain where your business is. People will be seeing it constantly, and of course capturing all sorts of walk-in trade and so on. So terrific location to be in, 1,062 square metres. So ladies and gentlemen, where do we start our bidding away today? Looking for the opening bid. Who wants to start away? Call for an opening start. 1.7. 1.7 is it, sir? 1.7, the bid's down there at 1.7 we are now. Have 1.7. 1-8 down here in the front. We're 1-8. Take it to 9 from there. We're 1-8 now. We're looking for the 9 on the rise. Have 1-8 down here at the front. Have 1-8 the bids in the front row now. We're looking for the 9 with the bids on from there. Down the front, the 9 with you, sir. 1-9. 9 down here. Round up to 2 from there. We're 1-9. Have 1-9. Bids down here now at the front. We're looking for the 2 and 2. You go now. At 2 now. At 2 the calls in. I'm keeping the hundreds at this level. At 2-1 that you did get card up ahead of you. 2-1 down the front there. You can go 2 if you want now. We're 2-1. 2-1 the calls in. At 2-1 we're looking for the 2 on the rise. Had 2-1. 1 we're looking for the 2 on the rise from there. We're at 2-1 at the moment. Think about this. What's that passing? 2-2. Think what that passing traffic's worth to you. Had 2-2. Bids down here in the front now. We're at 2-2. 3's your call on from there. We're down the front now at 2-2. Who's with me next? Had 2-2. Down here in the front we are. All right, here we go. 250. 250. No less, folks. We're in 50s, but no less. 250 now. We're at 250. At 2.25, 2.25 the call's there now. 2.3 you go. At 2.3. 3 the bids now. At 2.3. 3 on called. You can see why there's so much demand. At 2.4. 4 here in the front. We're at 2.4 now. Down the front of the room we're at 2.4. Think about that position. Look at the cars across the road. They're all customers. At 2.4, whatever the business is. 50, 245, 245. We're back on the right-hand side at 245. Another 50 gets you out back in the lead at 245. Nice big parcels. You can see wide frontage to the street. At 2.4, not at this level. At 245, 50's your call from there. We're at 245 now. Calling in once. At 245, the bids and 2.5. We're at 2.5 now. I got 50 already. We're 2.5. 5 the calls in at 2.5. Another 50, you're on the go again. At 2.5, the call's there. Where do we go? At 2.5, we bid once. At 2.5, we bid twice. Third time now. All right, we go your 25s. 550, we're over here now. 255. 2,550,000. The bid's over here right-hand side at 2,550,000. On the right it is now. Further bids on at 2,550,000. We're once. At 2,550,000. It's twice. Third time now. At 2,550,000. Here the right-hand side for the third and final time. Bear with us for a moment. Get the instructions of these levels at 2,550,000. Bids on the right. Couple of moments. Have a little bit of music. We're 2,550,000. Bids on right. We jump through to Southport. We jump to Smith Street. Got some busy streets. Brisbane Road, Smith Street. How we going? 25 more. We're 2,575,000. We're back in the front here now. 2,575,000 at the front. Back to the other parties. We're 2,260,000. Back on the right-hand side. We're at 2.6. At 2.6 to the right it is. Bids down here. Further bids on. Bidding still open to all parties. We're at 2.6 now. Bids over here right-hand side. Think about your position. How often are you going to get this parcel of land, this size, directly across the road from Harbour Town? What a pole position that is. Picture another 5 years from now, and this area just keeps getting bigger and bigger, population base, bigger and bigger. All that's getting developed over there just under the RWC. It's just an exploding area, and here you are in one of the most visible locations. We're at 2.6 at the moment. Bids in your favour at this level. Waiting to get our instructions from our sellers. Bear with us for a couple of seconds. We'll get a little bit more music. I've just been told we're waiting for people on Smith Street to arrive, so we're going to postpone that to the end. So we're going to jump through next straight to our one at Helensvale with Adam. So bear with us for a couple of moments. little bit. Just check with Adam, he's all set to go. Adam, you're ready to go? We're just about, you're next. Okay. And then we've got some, we're travelling some difference today, up to the Mount Tamarine. There was a couple of moments, folks. It's not a long program, so we can give it a little bit more. Yes, it's better. Okay, we have an increase, ladies and gentlemen, just to be to all parties. We're now at 2,630,000. 2,630,000. The bids on the phone. We're at 2,630,000. Back so all the other parties are aware of our position. Sterling and Greg outside. 2,630,000 is the bid at the moment. Back to the music for a couple of seconds. I will have to put that on hold. Travis, we got more bits going on outside than in here. Are you all ready, Adam? So we'll put that on hold and then we're set to go. Okay, I'm putting that on hold at 2,630,000. And we'll jump through and run with auction number 4 on the program now. I did mention auction number 3 has just been pushed back. We're waiting for one party to arrive here, but we'll run with the, unless Travis, I'll put that on hold while you figure everything out, and we'll proceed to our auction. If we run the video, please. All right, is it?
Conveniently located
Okay,
in a quiet residential
can you put that on
pocket,
hold?
This modern single-level family home offers an exciting opportunity for the first home buyer to jump
Put that on hold. We will go back to auction number 2. So, all right, we're at 2,630,000. We're on the market now, ladies and gentlemen. We are selling here today now. So be clear to all our parties. We've got quite a few bidders on this. Be clear. We're at 2,630,000. The bids here with Travis. You've got now at 2,630,000. One sec, I've got to take money only. At 2,630,000. The bid's up here at the moment at the front of the room. I'll call a count 3 times, so that gives you more than enough time to get a bid if they can't have a bid further. At 2,630,000 once. At 2,630,000 twice. Final time at 2,630,000. All done. Sold your party here on the phone. Congratulations, well done. Handsome, but we'll look forward to seeing what you build in that location. Now on to auction number 4. We can run that video, please. Just press play, it'd be good. Yes.
Conveniently located in a quiet residential pocket, this modern single-level family home offers an exciting opportunity for the first home buyer to jump on the property ladder, or for the astute investor seeking high-demand returns in a prime location. Freshly painted and ready to move into, the home offers 3 spacious bedrooms with 2 bathrooms, a light-filled open-plan kitchen and lounge area with soaring cathedral ceilings, a large private entertaining deck, and a fully fenced backyard that's perfect for children to play and pets to enjoy.
Of course, Helensvale is now one of those really key pockets just off to the side of the M1, and of course giving you easy access both north and south, but good residential location to be in. And this is certainly on offer as a 5% deposit is acceptable by the seller and settlement in 30 days. So ladies and gentlemen, nice pocket to be in at Helensvale, very central to all the local shopping, Helensvale shopping centres and so on. Even quick access to Harbour Town, we were just talking about a moment ago. So where do we start our bids today, ladies and gentlemen? Looking for that start to get us away. Who wants to call it? Perhaps 750,000 to get us away. I know Adam's got people on the phone. I'll just check down here in the front. So 750, see you with me? At 750 to start the bidding away, and I'll take in 25s from there. We're at 750 down the front here now. At 8, you know. At 8, calls in now at 8. 8, the calls in at 8. We go to 820. I'll take in 20s at this level. We're at 8 now. What a lovely home to get yourself started into the marketplace. We're at 800 now. Hard to buy anything these days under $1 million. We're at 800 now. Taking 20s if you want from there on. 820, seated here now at 820. To the 40s you rise from there. We're at 820 now. Looking for 40, and 40 you've called it in at 840. 40 the bids at 840. 60s you rise from there at 840. We're selling 1-bedroom units in surface for this sort of money. 850. All right, we'll go with that, sir. We're at 850 now. 850 the calls in at 850. No less than the 10s at this level. With 850 the bids here now with the opening start. We're at 850. Calling the count at 860 now. At 860, off from the left-hand side, we're at 860. And a delightful home to be living in, a great one to get yourself started into the real estate market. We're at 860 now. 70s you bid on from there. We're at 860,000. I'm called once. At 860, the bid's in now twice. 860, the bid's on our phone on the here, the party from Melbourne. At 860. Second time of calling. Third time now, we're at 860, 70, you're there, sir. At 870, the bid's now at 870. We're here back at the opening start, we're at 870. Further bids sought. At 870, we're bid once. At 870, our bid's down here now twice. Third time, get yourself in that central location of Helensvale at 870 for the third and final time. Seated with you, sir. Need to go down instructions at that level, Adam. We're at 870,000. At 870. We've got parties on the phone as well. At 870. I'm going to put it on hold there for a moment to give you a few moments. And I know you've got parties on the phone. Bear with us a couple of seconds, sir, and I'd love to see you guys into that home. At 870, bear with us a couple of minutes. We'll jump through the next auction and hopefully come back and tidy that up, which means Jackson Ramo, if we can run with your video, please.
Jackson Ramo from RWC Gold Coast is proud to present 246 Werala Road, Manaltree, New South Wales, a substantial 11.94 hectare industrial development opportunity just minutes from Lismore CBD. Featuring 660 metres of prime main road frontage, dual street access and flexible E4 general industrial zoning, this site offers enormous potential for an industrial park or high-profile business facility. All due diligence must be conducted by buyers at their own discretion. Withholding income, proximity to major arterials and a strategic Northern Rivers location, this is an opportunity not to be missed today at auction.
Now, of course, this is a New South Wales property, so we're conducting the auction under New South Wales legislation, and I'm licensed, as is Jackson, our salesperson, so we're all covered. Property is subject GST, of course. Sellers have agreed to a 5% deposit and a 120-day period of time for settlement, which is pretty handsome. 11.94, that's a lot of space. That's a park. And of course is E4 general industrial zone. And you know, places that we thought 5 years ago was just going to be open space forever, so quickly has been developed as we see how quickly our population is growing. So this has many uses at this location, and a nice big wide 660 metre frontage, and does has dual street access. So there's a lot of ticks in all the boxes. So ladies and gentlemen, in your hands for our property at 246 Warrella Road. Where do we start our bidding away today now? Looking for the opening start. How much? 300,000. 500,000. Seriously, folks, we're at 500. Okay, 500,000. We are actually not just selling the front fence. It's the land that goes beyond it as well. We're at 500,000 now. At 500 bids in now. Let's take it up to $1 million at least. At 500 now, we're looking for $1 million on the rise from there. We're at 5 now. At 500. At 500,000, we're called now. Further bids at 500,000. I'll give our parties on the phone. I think I think this is a bit of a fun mock auction. I think at the 500,000 called at the moment. I'll just reiterate, it's 11 point. Well below that mark, folks. I think unless we're more realistic about this, then we'll pass in for private treaty negotiations. I would suggest we're going to be north of $2 million, folks, to be serious. So I'll call a count at this level once, twice, third time now. No further advances in the serious money. A lot more than that too, actually. We're back to our other one. Okay, I'll put that in hold for. Give you.
These guys would like to go 550,000, so I can give them the first phone call.
Okay, all right, 550. That's your call on the shots. At 550, I'll call a count at 550. It's once, 550 twice. Final time at 550. Jackson, I'll pass it in the gentleman's favour. You can do everything from there. We're back now to Helensvale. What's their latest? Yes. 880 with you, sir. Got you there. And we're on the mark and we're playing for keeps, folks, now. We're at 880. Last opportunity for all parties. We're at 880 now. Bids here seated in the centre. We're at 880 once. It's 880 twice. Final time at 880, all done. At 880, congratulations, folks. Into your home, well done. Okay, which takes us to our last lots. No, second last lot. We've got Mount Tambourine to go first. So we run with the video, please, for Mount Tambourine. Hey, make sure you jump in the car and get straight up to Mount Tambourine. What a great setting, beautiful setting up there. Net lettable area is 275 square metres. That's including both the internal and external. A beautiful setting like this, you want as much outside as you can get. So you've got a good combination of both the internal and externals. And there is a transferable liquor licence, and it's really important for people. A transferable liquor licence, and it has 9 street level car parks, and we all need parking, and all the cafe equipment's included in the sale. So you're going to try and buy all of that, and you'll be up for a lot of money. So getting it in the sale's a terrific way. It is vacant right now, which means it will be having GST applicable. So there we go, folks. A beautiful setting. We know that's just getting stronger and stronger along Mount Tambourine and, of course, Long Road in particular. So where do we start our bidding away? Looking for the opening start to get it away. That's the easiest bid of the day, is always the first one. Who'd like to call that out? Looking for that opening start? 950 it starts up at 950,000. You want to get in another $1 million. I can see that. At 950 now. Where do we go from there? One. Wins down here now. We're at 1. Have 1 million that calls in at 1. Of course, you wouldn't buy anything along the street for that. You've probably got to pay that for the parking. That million, $1 million and 50, $1 million and 50. The bid's back here, right hand side, $1 million and 50. We'll go 1-1. No, $1 million and 50 won't take less than 1-1 at this level. $1 million and 50 now. To the 1-1s, you can call from there, and we have it 1-1 here in the front now. We're at 1-1 at $1 million and. We're at 1-1 now. We'll take it to another 50, 1,150,000. We're at 1-1 now. Bids up the front here, 1-1, 1-150, right hand side. Bustling centre here. So much growth that's happening right through this area. Lots of development occurring all around. Not only is it big for tourists, it's big for the locals. We're at 1-1-5, 1,150,000, including all that equipment there. 1,150,000. We're once at 1,120,000 back in the centre here. We're at 1-2 now. At 1-2, the call's in at 1-2, and we go 50 more, get you in the lead. We're at 1-2, 1-2-5, all from the right-hand side at the top. We're at 1-2-5. Who's with me to 3? We're at 1-2-5. Bids over here. Strong interest, no surprise, at 1-2-5. 1-2-7-5. 1-2-7-5. We're back in the front here at 1-2-7-5. 3 should bid on from there at 1-2-7-5. We're up the front here once. At 1-2-7-5, the bid's up the front twice. Third time now. We'll go with that. 1-2-9. 1-2-9. Strategical bid, I guess, at 1-2-9. Bid standing on the right-hand side. We're at 1-2-9. Where do we go from there, folks? At 1-2-9. Once. At 1-2-9. We're twice. Third time now. In your favour of the 1-2-9 for the third and final time. See how your competitor here at the front goes. We're at 1-2-9. You need on hold for a moment? I'll put on hold for a moment. We're at 1-2-9 in favour of the top right-hand side. While you guys having that quick chat, because I know that's a lot of parties that are bidding on this, we might go back to auction number 3. If we've got Brad Merker here, if he's got his party available, we can do that auction, and that'll just about see us out. We're at 1-2-9 at the moment, here on the right-hand side for Long Road. And what a bustling area that is now. We're 1-2-9. So we're just checking whether our party's arrived. You're right to go with your one in Smith Street. Set to go? Okay. All right. So, folks, we're going to put that on hold in Long Road for a moment at 1,290,000, and we're going to go to Smith Street. If we can run with the video, please.
Travis Brown and Brad Merker from Ray White Commercial Gold Coast are pleased to present 140 Smith Street, Southport to market. This prime shovel-ready development opportunity sits on a 506 square metre corner block, only a few short minutes away from Gold Coast University Hospital and the Health Precinct. This site is shovel-ready with building approval and proposed 284 square metre office/medical suite with a proposed net rental of circa $200,000 per annum. With its exceptional high exposure, traffic count of circa 35,000 vehicles passing daily and medium density zoning, this prime site offers an array of commercial uses from this high-profile professional services, including medical or home office.
Great corner position, as you would have seen there, and it's shovel ready, all set to go, so we need more of this development going on now. It does have a BA in place as well, so she's got quite a few ticks. And official count is there's 35,000 cars go past there daily, so she's a high exposure location. And corner position, like there's just added value in the way you can build a property, but of course the added exposure that comes with it. So we're in your hands for 140 Smith Street, prime location. We all know, we all go past there so often on our way to and from Brisbane, up to our northern areas. Where do we put the bid in? Who wants to start the way? We start away, perhaps ask $1 million to get us going, and we'll see where we go from there. Looking for an opening start at $1 million. No bids first time. No bids for a second call. No bids. Folks, I'll let you take it away from there. You've got an idea of the zone, and we'll see what we can do for you. I can picture something there within about 18 months. Terrific. And we're now back to Long Road. Any further developments on Long Road? Travis, I need updates from you. Are we going to proceed, or are you going to... Oh, Thomas, sorry. There we go. We're back to you.
We're going to pass it in.
Okay, cool.
Negotiations
We're the party in the corner. Okay, good luck. Leave it in. Well, that does bring our program to an end here today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your company, and we look forward to seeing you at our forthcoming auctions.